Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? My name's Andrew.
I'm Joel.
I'm Aunt Becky.
I'm Gavin.
I'm Petey.
I'm Lauren.
I'm Bonnie.
I'm Tracy.
I'm Matt.
I'm Grandpa.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Mimi.
And we're some of the Veggie Boys.
There you go.
And we'd like to thank you for stopping by. If you're new here, please consider subscribing because we can grow a lot of stuff on the farm, but one thing we can't grow is this channel without your help. Welcome back, everyone. It's so nice to see you. We are dealing with an absolute scorcher of a day. Now, you know, it's not as hot as it could be, and it's not as hot as it's ever been, but it's gonna be hot. So we're gonna have to be very careful as we're working today. We're gonna have to stay hydrated, and we're gonna have to do some picking. But that's okay, that's what it's all about, you know? Just picking vegetables. First things first this morning, we need to get our farm market all set up. So I'm gonna start cleaning and then pulling everything out of the cooler. And I'll show it to you once I'm all finished, once it all looks good. The farm market is now all set up. We were looking around a little bit at what we need, and something that we saw right away was lettuce. However, there may be a problem with the lettuce. We're not 100% sure on what we're gonna be able to get. Now, the reason why we're not sure about the lettuce is because when we were out there the other day, some of the lettuce was going to seed. And with the increased temperatures that we've been dealing with the past couple days, it's not looking too good. But as always, we'll take a little ride out there with the side-by-side just to check, just to make sure. I've made it out to the garden where we have our lettuce, and I was able to find some stuff. In this little section here, we had some red leaf lettuce that was a little on the younger side, so I was able to find 4 heads. Now, although it's not as large as what we had harvested the other day, it still is beautiful stuff. There is some younger green leaf lettuce down here, but I think we're gonna drive to the top and see if that stuff is okay and has not gone to seed. With the hot weather we've been dealing with for the past couple days, well, it causes this lettuce to bolt. Now we're gonna see what we can find and pick as much as we can, but there's not too much you can do about it dealing with this heat. Able to find some nice stuff here. That's what we like to harvest. Check that out. Let's take off all the sleeves and let's fit it in here. I got the green leaf, I got the red leaf, and now I'm just walking past the red butterhead. I don't want to miss anything. I drove past it, it didn't look too nice, but we're just gonna walk it just to make sure we don't find any heads that speak to me. Kind of like this one right here. Maybe if I clean it up, it'll look good. Hey, that's not too bad. And I think that's gonna be all the lettuce I can grab today. We do have some more green leaf, but it does preserve a little better staying out here in the fields. So we'll leave this stuff out here. The red leaf, it wasn't looking too good. I was able to find a few heads of the younger stuff, but the rest of it's bolting pretty hard. But it is what it is. I'm happy with what I got today. Since I got the lettuce harvested right away this morning, it's a good idea to talk about what we've been harvesting, what you've seen us harvesting. Now, you've seen the lettuce, which we've harvested quite a bit of. We have peas, the sugar snap, shell, and snow. And let me just tell you about the broccoli. It has looked great. But 2 things we weren't expecting to look as nice was, 1, our cauliflower, which is what we have right here. Some beautiful cauliflower. It's a good idea we got in and wrapped this stuff early. And our cabbage. I mean, look at this stuff. We weren't expecting to have this nice of cabbage this early on. I think it was a mix between the hot, dry weather and the irrigation that we were putting on that produced the heads. And that's mainly what we've been harvesting, the cole crops and the peas, but that's gonna be changing very shortly. We were out running around yesterday looking at the crops and everything looks beautiful. This hot, humid weather that we've been receiving has really been pushing things along. I don't think we're gonna be harvesting anything new today, but in the upcoming week, it's gonna start getting wild around here. When I was harvesting lettuce, I saw Daniel driving through with the skid steer loader, which meant he was down around back taking care of animals. So we're gonna run down here and help him. Well, I was coming down around back to help them take care of animals. It seems that Daniel and Joel have things all under control. Joel got the chickens all taken care of, and Daniel just got the cattle, all of their silage and grain. Look at these two mamas right here. Woo-hoo-hoo! These are some beautiful, oh, the three mamas are all together. That's what we like to see. We are getting closer to a time where there will be calves, so that's exciting. You're not a mama, but you're beautiful too. I'll tell you, you're beautiful. The final thing needed to get the chores taken care of was to walk the greenhouses, and Matthew just got finished with that. Chores are finished for the morning, which means we can start moving on to other jobs. And it is really starting to get warm out here. That sun is shining. Our truck here is full of fertilizer, which usually isn't that big of an issue, but we need the truck today, so we've got to get it emptied out. We don't want to spill any. Not a single drop. Now what's interesting about this stuff is it's on the blue side. So this is a nitrogen-based fertilizer that we're using. Hey, look, it stopped. But the interesting thing is, the reason why it's blue is because we have a special coating on it to prevent it from evaporating into the sky, which is something that we definitely do not want to happen. So we put that special coating on to help it stay in the field longer, at least till we get a rain. That really helps soak it down into the soil. Matthew is bringing out one more tote, and that should be all the fertilizer we have on the truck, and then we'll have it completely emptied out. We got 3 full totes of nitrogen here in the shop. That way the next time we need to spread, we won't need to grab near as much from the place that we pick it up from. We have a little here we can start using before we need to move on to that. We're just about ready to start heading out to the fields. I'm not sure who was in the tractor, but it was either Joel or Daniel over on the hill raking hay. We're gonna try and get baling today. We are expecting some thunderstorms tomorrow, but it is a low percentage, but we really don't want to take the risk. So we're gonna try and get baling today. But while they're working on getting all the hay in order, we are gonna be heading out to the fields and starting to pick. We are just about ready to head out to the fields. We're just waiting for 2 more guys to get into the side-by-side, and then we'll be good to go. And here comes one of them. Hey, and there's the other one. Now we're ready to go.
Our first trip, we have to go to the irrigation pump and turn the key off.
All right, sounds good. The earliest one, I always want to see what they do. Can you believe we all fit in this thing? Pretty crazy. Comfortably, too. Yeah, look at that sweet corn. More importantly, look at the silage corn.
Yeah, what do you think of that?
Yeah,
that's
ooh.
beautiful.
I can't remember the last time we took you down in the woods.
I'm down through here, just so you know.
Hey, you got a lot more weight in the...
Yeah, you roll us up in a little pile down here.
You missed the turn! There's 2 turns. Yep.
It's out of fuel, but the key is still on, so they're turning the key so it doesn't go dead on the battery. Perfect.
Look at that, battery's not even dead this morning.
Let's go.
There we go.
Yeah, you may be wondering why we're running irrigation with all the rain. We run our fertilizer through the drip line, so we had to run the irrigation to run fertilizer on our plants.
That way we don't have to spread it across the entire field. We can give it right to the plants.
Taking an awfully inefficient path.
Ladybug! You get mud flaps for my board, my side-by-side.
Alrighty, we are now out at the peas. We're gonna get started picking right away. This end of the field has been engulfed by some weeds, but it's not the end of the world. This is gonna be the last time we're harvesting the peas. And in the long run, the weeds that are in this field will not be too big of an issue. This field will be turned over and we will be planting something else here relatively shortly. So if we're able to finish off this pea harvest, well, that's gonna be a good thing. And these weeds in the field, they're not gonna be an issue at all. Now it's kind of hard to keep track of how much you pick on the farm, but when it comes to peas, we're expecting that we've harvested over 70 baskets, which for us is a lot of peas and is a lot of picking. Now between the 3 varieties that we raise, shell peas are what we harvest the most, but we do also raise a considerable amount of the snow and the sugar snap peas. They just don't seem to sell as well as these shell peas. Now the 70 baskets of peas that we've harvested, it was a lot of work to harvest all those peas, but it definitely is worth it. It does bring a considerable amount of profit. It's just a lot of physical work having to be out in the fields, bent over like this, especially on a day where it is very, very hot. One of the interesting things about vegetable farming, and something I don't think we've mentioned this year, is that certain crops only last for a brief moment in time. We spend all year excited and ready to harvest vegetables, and with peas, for example, our harvest has only lasted a little over 4 weeks. So all year is spent into bringing 4 weeks of harvest, and then it's gone. Now, thankfully, we'll be moving on to harvesting some other vegetables relatively soon, but peas, they're already done for. Now, I say that like we don't have a long day of picking ahead of us. We do got a long day of picking ahead, but I think by the end of it, I'll be okay with saying goodbye to peas until next year. I mean, will I miss how tasty they are? Yes. Will I miss harvesting them? No. And after you pick 70 baskets, I think you guys would agree with me. Yeah.
Look what I found yesterday.
A koozie. Well, that's a nice breeze. Ooh, it's a little cold.
There's 1 basket, guys. 9 more. So, did you see my suntan?
Dad has a belly tan. We are now at full picking strength. Daniel just showed up. He has now finished raking hay for the day. So now that all of us are here, it should move along a little bit quicker with harvesting these peas. Now you have to remember, we've gone through this entire field and harvested already. So anything that we get, well, that's just gravy. That's extra on top, which we're happy to have. We do have a couple orders that need to be filled. So hopefully by the time we finish off these rows, the orders will all be taken care of and the customers will be happy.
Got inspected by a bumblebee.
A bumblebee inspected you, Joel?
Yeah.
It was just checking you out.
What?
Interesting. What did it say?
I saw a turkey.
Were you looking in the mirror?
No.
Oh. We just got our 6th basket of peas filled. We're looking to get 10 today. So if we keep picking here, we'll no doubt get them. We just try to get it finished before lunch. That would be a very big accomplishment for us today. You know, we can't pick more than what's here. So as long as there's peas out in the field, that's what's important. There's a lot less weeds at this end of the field. We haven't talked too much about the variety of peas that we're raising. Now the shell peas, these are a bush pea. Now, you guys obviously see that. They don't do too much crawling. But the variety we're raising is called Altrio. Altrio is what we've been raising for the past few years. They are very, very nice. The plants do well together. They grow very nice together. The peas that we've been harvesting off of them, I mean, they look and taste good. You can ask Callie about that. She loves eating them. I was just thinking about that as I was harvesting this. Did I talk about the variety we raised? And I didn't think I did. So Altrio is what we're raising. We've raised them for a few years. They work well in our area. Now, just because they work well in our area doesn't mean they'll work well in your area. Let me know down in the comments what kind of peas you like to plant. Maybe one day we'll have to try them out. Maybe. I'm not gonna promise anything because, I mean, look at these things. They're gorgeous. I'm gonna stick with them. Beautiful. Daniel, where are you going?
I gotta check my corn.
You almost can't see Daniel. It's getting so tall. There's his head right there.
Wasn't that waist high beginning of the week?
Last week.
Wow, that corn has grown quite a bit. We're all done with harvesting peas for the day. Altogether, we got 10 baskets. Yeah, you heard that correct, 10 baskets. Here you go. There we go. 4 baskets of peas here. Daniel's got 1 down there, 2 there. Dad's got 2. Matt's got 1. Good deal, good deal. Now you may notice Joel's not here. He had to run home because our feed order came in. So feed for all the animals showed up. Joel needed to run back and take care of that. And we are done with harvesting peas, so we're taking all this back to the farm. Look at that sweet corn. Wow.
Is that rain coming or?
Looks like rain. Well, it was very, very hot this morning, but I'm happy we were able to get all of those peas harvested. That'll make the girls happy, that's for sure. From being out in that heat and then coming in here, it feels pretty cold. My glasses fogged up. I was blind for a second. It just wasn't good. Alrighty, let's see what we are having for lunch today. Ooh, it looks like we got some sausage here. What are you working on over there? Ooh, fresh made mac and cheese. That sounds like a good lunch for today. We are now finished off with lunch, and that brings us up here above the house to the blueberries. Blueberries are starting to put on some beautiful fruit, which is like an invitation to the birds in the local area. We've already got 1 set of nets put on, and we've got our other set right there. It's not easy to get this net completely wrapped around all these blueberries. It's quite difficult, but when we work together, we get it done pretty simply. I don't think Grammy's gonna have to worry about the birds this year. He's gonna have to worry about Callie, because Callie found the blueberries yesterday, and she was up here going, blueberry, blueberry. There we go. This is Nettie. We have little screws that we've put along the top. That way we can bring the net around and then hook it onto the 2x4s. That way it doesn't move. We are gonna have to go through and close up any holes like that one, but it looks pretty good once you get it all wrapped around. We've got the netting pulled completely around. We do have 1 large piece right here that goes along the entire top of the blueberry netting. So that will basically put a lid on it, and then we have a few holes along the bottom that need to be patched up. We're gonna grab some baler twine and tie that up really quick. Hang on, Gavin's coming to help. There are many like it, but that board is his.
Where's all the screws?
I don't know. I think they got pulled out here. There you go. Come on. Right there's a screw.
Are you guys okay over
Right
there?
here. Right here. There's a big airplane flying over. You always wave at him. Now, thankfully, Gavin is with us, and he ran down to the stable and grabbed some string, so we have plenty for what we need to do.
Andrew, I can't be in here.
Why is that?
I'm eating too many blueberries.
I won't tell her if you don't. It's pretty locked down. I don't think the birds are gonna like it.
Not one bit.
They're probably gonna take to Twitter. We're doing Mom a favor. We're tightening up the clothesline out here.
You think
We don't want to make it too tall though, because she is on the shorter side. There you go, look at that. Matt's got it. What do you think, Dad? Do you think this is a good idea?
I love it. Tighten it up. You know what she'll say?
Boys, I need you to go out and hang the clothes on the line because I can't reach no more.
She doesn't do my laundry anymore.
She doesn't do my laundry anymore either.
I guess it's gonna be,
Grandpa, you gotta go out and put your clothes on the line because I can't reach no more.
That's pretty good. Dad's pants were so heavy they touched the ground, so we have to hang it up a little higher.
We're now in the farm market and we are closing up for the night. I wish I could say everything went super smoothly today, but the boys were having some trouble while they were doing hay. Hopefully we'll be able to get all our issues resolved tomorrow or the day after. But for now, I think it was a good day up until that point. Hello, hello! What are we having for dinner tonight?
It still has to bake, but that's baked tortellini
Ooh!
with a salad and breadsticks.
Oh, sounds good. Now don't tell me, is this lettuce that we grew?
Fresh from the garden.
Oh, that's what I like to hear. So I got my wife, I got my mother-in-law here cooking dinner, and oh, Miss Callie, how are you? So how was your day today?
Yeah.
It was good? What did you do today?
My foot.
You made food. So guys, I just want to let you know, Callie is now a big girl, right? Say I'm a big girl.
I can
Yep, she's a big girl, see? Can you do a spin? Wow, beautiful. Well, everyone, it is that time of the day. We are getting everybody out here to the dinner table so that we can eat. So that means this is where we're gonna end the video today. I would like to thank everyone for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.